What up, Corner Crew? Welcome back to the Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast. I am your host, as always, Brad Bailey. Shout out to y'all, man. Tuning in, keeping up with us, rocking with us, fucking with us. Y'all know what it is. But yeah, without further ado, we are going to bring up some homies out of Rochester, New York. Y'all already know them if you be following them on the Facebook and all the social medias. Y'all already know who they are. They out there, hardworking men, doing their thing. But yeah, for real, let's bring them right up right now. We have Barbaric, the foul mouth Jedi, Alvarez Mastermind, otherwise known as BnA. Let's bring these fellas up to the stage.
Grenade rap,
Yo,
grenade rap, BnA's in the building. What's popping?
What
hell
up,
yeah.
fellas? What's good?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. We've been trying to put this together. Barbaric, you've been
Yeah.
on the show before. Alvarez, it's your first time. Thank you for
It's my
joining
Hell
us.
yeah. I want
appreciate
to
it,
say
man.
like
Thank you.
last year, right?
What happened?
I want to say like last year, right? Was it
Yeah, it was
last
like
year or
the
2 years ago?
Yeah, it was the middle of last year or so, beginning of last
Yeah.
year. I forget. This is episode number 83.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're moving along. We're moving along. But
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
fellas, how are you? How have you been? Tell us a little bit about yourselves. Tell us where you're from, what you're about. Alvarez, start first, please.
Hey, man. Well, shoot, I just came off of work probably like 30 minutes ago, so I'm fresh out. But
Word.
now I'm from the city of Rochester, New York. Right here, Western New York, as we call it. We ain't got cows over here, so you know. But I represent Grenade Rap, one half of BnA with my brother. Um, just straight lyrical bar assassins.
For sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And
B, tell us.
I'm barbaric, the foul mouth Jedi. Now I'm saying for those who don't know, for those who haven't seen the last time I was on here, I'm from Rochester, New York. You know what I'm saying? Brutal bar specialist. You know,
Mm-hmm.
brute force trauma rap is our specialty.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? And that's how we get down.
Some grenade rap bombs.
Hell
Hell.
yeah.
A lot of people dig y'all shit, man. A lot of people dig it.
We
You guys
appreciate y'all too. Thank you.
You do bring
Yeah.
that heavy boom bap in your face, old school style to this
Hell
new
yeah.
school shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Tell us
Hell
how
yeah.
tell us how y'all got together.
Um long story short, we one of our crew members who passed on, it's in the essence right now. Rest in peace, Jay Nice.
Jay
Um
Nice.
One day he was on, salute to Chris G. He was on his brother's show, and he wanted to hear um he basically like premeditated put us together and shit. So he was like he wanted to hear a group between me and Alvarez Masterminded. He wanted to hear what that sounded like. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And after I heard that, I started researching Alvarez's music. And when I did, I instantly became a fan. I started hitting them up on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then I went to a local show and I introduced myself to him. I'm like, yo, I'm Barbarian. I was the one that was hitting you on Facebook. And then um after that, it's like everything just fell into place, and we started doing our cast off thing because that's what we was called before BnA. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, with our brother Jay Nice.
Yeah.
And then we broke off and then started doing our own thing with Grenade Rap, and we've been here ever since 2014.
Yeah.
So like 10 years strong.
That's
Yep.
dope. That's a
Yeah.
minute, man. That's a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, 10 years flies by, but people don't realize how much time that actually is. It's
A
wild.
long, yeah, a long time of good brotherhood, learning from each other, building, and dope music that we did throughout the course.
Mm.
word.
It's still going. You know what I mean? So it's a
A
blessing to
lot,
have.
a lot of people don't make it 10 years, man. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't,
Yeah,
especially the way this fickle culture is nowadays.
Yeah.
Yup.
We structure a lot of our stuff like, yo, we homies regardless. You know what I mean? So the music come natural to us, but like building as men,
Mm.
as Alvarez, Barbaric. That to me that count more than just the music. You know what I mean? So that's why we
Yeah.
still standing and still growing.
Yeah, it's definitely it's you got to build them bonds. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? A lot of people don't do that either. A lot of people willing to burn that bridge real fast, and
Yeah.
that's a wild thing to me. Wild thing to me. We see it every day. We
yeah,
see it
All
every
the
day
time.
with
all the
social
time.
media, personal relationships, like and anything. Like people get wild.
You know what's
20
crazy though? You said it like social without even before social media, we seen it. You see what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? Like it's always happens. So it
Mm.
ain't nothing new under the sun with that when it comes to that.
Yeah, no, it's just more in your face now. That's all.
There you go,
You
more direct.
yeah, yeah, it's like everything that happened before all this internet thing was still happening. It's still going on nowadays. It's just more direct in your face and
Right.
Hmm.
out in the public, and people have no filter anymore. Like that has been taken away. We used to have
Everybody got a voice.
yeah, we used to have to censor ourselves every single day of our lives. People like this younger generation doesn't realize that, man. Like dudes like us,
With my brother, I don't know what censor is, but we
yeah,
got it.
you got to do a little. You can't go 100%. You
Hey,
can't. You
hey, yeah,
know
listen
be
here.
canceled.
It
Barbaric
is
will
what
be
it is when you deal with us.
oh, yeah.
Can't let the powers control us.
It, you really can't. We gotta do it all our own way, man. We really
Yeah,
do.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because what else do you have? The only thing you have is ownership of your art, really.
Right.
And
Right. Fact.
eventually, if you hit that level, someone's even gonna try to take that from you. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? The
Oh yeah.
your I
Everybody always got their hand in the sun.
oh yeah, your IP is the
From
most
the from the
important.
from the crumbs to the full course meal, son. It don't matter.
So tell us about coming up in Rochester, New York.
Well, I'll start from my end. So I'm from the east side of Rochester, New York. Um, east side basically from a lot of people. I grew up on Van Goodman, Kilmar next to Franklin High School. If anybody knows who Rochester or want to research that, they can see it. Um, I'm an east side kid that love hooping, fresh kicks, getting money, going to work, just the average dude, you know what I mean, who still love doing music on the side and just live within my poverty means, if I could say that, you know what I mean? But at the time you think when you growing up, you're not really thinking like you in poverty, but at some point you when you get older into like the stages we're at now or maybe a few years ago, you realize back in the day you was poor.
Hmm.
But everybody in the neighborhood was just like you. You know what I mean? So my thing was I was always working, always grow up. I know the bums, the hustlers, the artists, the breakers. So I was cool with a lot of people. I knew the smokers who smoked cigarettes all day, the goths. So I balanced myself around because I moved around a lot and I always worked with a lot of different people. That's one thing I always worked, but the art still remained my verbal exercise was always my main goal. Um, so my thing maybe have different from my brother who was on the opposite side of town. But when you break it down to the music, everybody loved the music that came from our city for the most part, or was influenced by the industry quote quote music. You know what I mean? I'm a even to this day from a young age. I still buy hard copies. I'm an old school digger, so I like to go dig for music. Um, so that still keeps me in the spirits of like young Alvarez to current.
Hmm. We were talking about that recently, digging and going to get CDs back in the day when that shit was dropped. The
Oh
smell,
man,
Oh
the smell of
man.
the CD was
that boot. I was a
classic.
bootleg king.
It was like
That 3 for 10. Let me get let me get 7 for 50 real quick. You know what I mean? So
right.
let me you know what I mean? Let me nah, maybe not the 3 for 10, but let me get seven. Let me get seven for like 15, 25 at the max. You know what I mean? But yeah, I still try to keep that feeling when I buy music current. Um, But yeah, that's for me. The East Side, like you can go ask me about like how is the East Side of everything, and we can just go down the rabbit hole.
Right, right. Barbaric, talk to us.
Yeah, I grew up on the west side, southwest side of Rochester, 14619.
Hmm?
Now I'm saying, pretty much all my life. Um, same experiences. I was that kid that went outside and played all the time. Came in the house, played. I was a big video game junkie. You know what I'm saying? And that coincides with hip hop and shit. So my regiment was like, school, go outside and play, come back in the house, um, play the game, listen to Wu Tang. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? I was like, I was really, really, really like influenced by the Klan. You know what I'm saying? Growing up. And at one point, that was all I listened to when I was a kid. Until that, I mean, it changed obviously, but at one point in my life, like the 90, the early, like 95 going to like to 97, it was nothing really but Wu for me.
mm,
Sprinkle Nas and Tupac and everybody else in, but for the most part, it was nothing but the Wu for me. Like and I'm still a big Wu head to this day.
Yes, sir.
Everybody that knew me since a kid, they know how I feel about the Wu, and they already know it's like you can't talk to me, you can't talk bad about the Klan to me because I don't be trying to hear that bullshit because I'm gonna stick up for the Klan whenever, all the time.
Yes, sir.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you like
man. I
that.
mean, it was you go outside, you had your friends. I hung around my family a lot. You know what I'm saying? Still friends with a lot of folks I went to school with back then in the '90s. Still talk to them. And through the grace of Facebook, you see everybody now.
mm.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I didn't have a rough life growing up and stuff like that. Middle class parents. You seen everything when you went outside. You got your stripes, fighting in the neighborhood and shit like that. And
Oh yeah,
you know,
definitely. Hell yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, I did my little minutes and shit, like throwing eggs at cars and shit like that, and throwing apples at buses and shit. Just doing wild, crazy shit I shouldn't have been doing. But shit, I was a kid. I was growing up and learning. But
Yeah, I bounced around a lot from my own home life to my aunts to my grandmother. Yeah, I was all over the place for the most part.
Yeah, I was one of those little nomad kids too. I bounced
Mhm.
around, went to a different school every year for the first 4 or 5 years of my life, you know.
It
So
was
that
always,
that
it was always rapping, getting money for me. At the end of the day,
yeah,
I can
growing
get
up,
my bucket some gas and play this music, but go to work get this money.
uh,
hell yeah,
I want to circle back to when Wu Tang dropped because I think most of our generation is just it's in our blood because that
yeah.
changed. Now, 36 Chambers changed everything. It changed
Like
the whole game. It switched everything up.
it did. And for me, I got put onto the Wu late. You know what I'm saying? I got put onto the Wu like when Liquid Swords came out.
Mm,
Then I had to
Mm.
go back to 30. I had to go back to 36 Chambers and then come right back. So for that whole 93 to 94, I was like so wrapped up on crisscross and shit like that. As because when the Clan dropped in '93, I was in third grade, so I
yeah.
wasn't I
Yes.
wasn't I wasn't really checking for them like that. I was a crisscross fan, but it wasn't until I spent the night in my cousin's house and he was playing on Liquid Swords, and that shit got me hooked. And from then on, it was over. You could that
Mm,
crisscross shit was out the window. It was
Yeah, for
over,
me, I,
like
I was
straight
a
up.
I was yeah, I was a Chris Cross fan, but I was already digging. I was because my I have uncles that was already DJing in the city of Rochester, who was already graph artists. So I was already hip and in tune. So at that time, I was a heavy early Nas fan. Early Tupacalypse Pac. You know what I mean? Wu came like a year or two after for me. but I was already digging. Like I was already listening like the Lauryn Hill or Crisscross, going into Immature. Like I bounced around a lot with music when it came to the hip hop game. Um, but once I heard, I honestly, METHOD, man, that was like I was like, okay, he sparked it for me. So then when I started seeing him with his crew, I'm like, well, who's that crew? And I ain't never leave. It's been Wu ever since. You know what I mean? But
I
Nas is
think
my favorite MC though to this day. So that's because it was early in my stage and that's who I studied. Nas holds top rank for me.
one of the great things about hip hop is, especially when you first hear that artist that makes you fall in love with the culture and makes you fall in love with the music, you remember that shit. Like
Yeah,
I remember watching Protect Your Neck video when it first dropped on Yo. I remember that shit. I was
I re-
13 years old, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
I
that
remember. I remember for me watching Protect Your Neck video and then having a promo of Bone Thugs and Harmony,
mm,
and I was like, "Yo, what is this?" You
mm,
know what I mean? So then when they came with Thuggish Ruggish Bone that following year, it was like, "Oh, these are the dudes I remember." You know what I mean? So yeah, hip hop is a beautiful
It's
thing.
it's nostalgic. It makes you remember everything that what was good, that what was going on at that time.
Of
You know what I'm
course, hell
saying?
yeah.
Like I was that kid before I went to school. Before I walked to school, I was watching MTV every morning, watching I forgot what was the show, but they were showing Big every day. They were showing the Brat. They were showing Woo. They was like those videos, like the Tupac videos and everything. Like they were showing that like every single morning, and that was like my regiment before I went to school. I would turn on MTV, and that's when I'm catching the videos and everything before I went to school. And then when I got out of school, I'm tuned in to Rap City.
mm.
Hmm.
So I
Rap
mean,
City was
like
that
it's
shit.
like it was, man. Like it's nostalgic. Like I remember, like I can tell you anything I was doing around that time when the specific album dropped. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
same,
Like
same, yeah.
like when Cuban Links came out, I was going to day camp. You know what I'm saying? I had all I had all my Wu tapes with me at that time, and I'm going to day camp with the Walkman and everything. You know what I'm saying? In the summertime. Um, the same with Nas. I was buying bootleg tapes too from the corner store. So
Hmm.
like I was getting like especially like that summer of '96. Like what you had Outkast, you had
Uh,
Nas, you had
that shit was hot.
Busta Rhymes.
That was a
You know
hot
what I'm
summer.
Fuji,
saying? Like yo man,
Fuji
yeah,
crossing that line.
crazy. Right.
Yeah, yeah. Even
No,
to this day, when I pull out some music and I bump, I have that 30-second vision of where I was when I either bought that tape or CD,
Mm.
and that shit put a smile on my face. Like, yeah, we've been on some classic shit for a minute.
People don't remember, I think, how it used to be because it feels like it was so long ago. So that's why
hmm
it sparks that nostalgic brain, and it just
Hmm.
brings you back, and you're right, you can
right.
remember every little thing, like, it's a great thing, it definitely is a great thing. I don't think today's music brings that same feeling or won't bring that same feeling in 20 years, 30 years because it's too saturated.
Yeah,
Right.
Everything we anticipated, we waited, we waited years for albums.
Well, you think about this. The hip hop that was playing on your local radio was what we grew up on, right?
Mm,
So think about the format of music that's changed now or what's current. Like my C was current playing right now. 20 years from now, she gonna be like, yo, that's a throwback.
right,
See what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah.
She gonna think like Nas and Wu is
That's classical music. Yeah, that's ancient.
classical music or not even acknowledge it. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So it has its repetitive cycle. But for me, regardless of how old I am, Nas and Wu getting played all day.
All day, every day.
Yes, sir.
For real. For real. I want you to tell us, fellas, about some of your craziest experiences with either being on the internet with some of these weirdos out here or
Ooh, I gotta.
being out on that stage with some of these weirdos out here.
Well,
Who
let me start
Who are
before
you on?
let me start before my brother get down with his.
Yeah, for real.
Um,
Ooh.
one of my early experiences at Dublin Underground, I had a girl ask me to like sign her breast or sign her shoulder. I was a little saucy, so I attempted, but her boyfriend ain't like the shit, and he was talking mad shit. But then he ended up buying a bunch of my merchant CDs. Um, I was thrown off. I was thrown off on it. I was like, "Yo, can I still sign it?" So I ended up still signing it outside when she was smoking a cigarette. Bam, A dot, all sloppy, all sloppy. On the internet, I don't really get too much because I don't say too much, and I don't give nobody a chance to talk shit. Now, when they start going at my brother or like saying a little stuff, I chime in. But for the most part, he handled his business. It's all good.
Yeah,
I don't have too much wild experiences like that.
all right, word. Barbaric. We already know. Let's go.
The foul mouth Jedi for real.
Right, what you got for us, bro?
All right, yeah, yeah. People know me, like especially if they friends with me on social media. I don't hold back. Know what I'm saying? I usually use Facebook as that's entertainment and music for me. Know what I'm saying? Like I post my memes, they savage as fuck. You get mad, I don't give a fuck. It's just not but entertainment. Um, I've got a lot of stories of folks get pissed off at me on
I'm
Facebook and
sure.
shit like that over the years. Like since the meme since memes start first coming out, I could tell you a whole slew of shit. I got a meme dealer. So I got someone who sends me memes all the time that got me stock loaded right now. And I'll be actually holding back because some of them I'll be like, oh shit. Like I can
Not to cut Mike off though. I have certain homies, best friends, family members that be like, "Yo, your man is wild," and tell him something. I'm like, I ain't telling him nothing.
Right.
Let him go. Let him go. And sometimes I hit him. I hit him like, "Yo, you tripping, fam? Just let it go." Should be funny though. It's the funniest shit though, because people
It,
so fucking sensitive.
it is. It's hilarious to me. I love it.
And
I love
and if you heard what was it, Zeus? Mike said it.
like, yo,
A dot worse than me. You just don't know. I just don't say nothing online.
yeah. Like me, like me, I'm not I like if I troll a lot, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's entertainment for me. Now I'm
Oh,
saying
this is
like we
funny as
promote
fuck.
our music and shit like that, and then like you never know. One day I could post like 20 memes in a row, then one day I won't post nothing. Now I'm saying it's like that. But this I remember one time this female she tried to get at me. Um I forgot what meme it was, but she was talking like wild crazy and shit, and I just like blacked out on her in the comments and shit. Know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna just say shit to me and I'm not gonna say nothing.
No,
Know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like me, like listen, I honestly it's hard for me to let shit go. And I was like, you say something to me, I'm gonna say right back, I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. 9 times out of 10, you are not gonna like what I'm gonna say to you.
yeah,
So it's like, yo,
I'm Mr. Let. And let me ask you. I like when somebody posts something. I'm like, you good? What we talking about? Let, let, let's figure this out before it get crazy. Because my man gonna say what he gonna say, but I'm not.
yeah,
I don't have no stop structure. I if I have to go, I'm gonna go
yeah.
until it's
But
like, okay, I'm exhausted. I'm done with this. But it ain't gonna be just that day. We're gonna keep going for a few days.
right.
yeah,
But
but
I
it's
don't like to
not
do the
it's
online thing like that, though. I'm cool with that.
yeah, but it's not like now I'm saying this is I purposely be posting memes just to trigger people. I got dark humor. Now I'm saying, and I
Mhm.
share that shit with the world. And if I think this shit is funny, I'm gonna post it. So like I'm not posting shit just to send people into a fucking frenzy. It just ends up like that. So honestly, I really don't. I post that shit because I think this shit is funny. So you get mad, you get mad. You know, you can unfriend me or you can just keep on scrolling. like I guess by the graces of God, I haven't been in Facebook jail in months. So it's
Dude,
like
I'm
I
telling
probably
you.
go. I'm going
Knock,
on about a
knock,
year.
knock on
Knock
desk.
on
Right.
wood.
Yeah, now he's
But
getting put. Now he's getting put away for 30 days. Watch tomorrow. You're getting 30 days.
yeah,
Cause,
hell
dude,
yeah.
No, they're
there was
gonna
a
hit.
stretch
They're
there,
gonna hit his ass with a 90.
Like
bro. There was a
I
stretch. There was a
figure
stretch there. You were gone every like 2 weeks or so. You were like, yo, I just caught a 30, or I just caught
Hey
24
yo,
hours. And I just
hey,
caught 2 weeks.
since I met
I'm
my
like,
brother
shit.
and I've been online, and he a repeat offender. It's all good.
yeah, yeah. I'm a
It's
repeat
all
offender
good.
now. Man.
Fuck
But
it.
I've been honestly, but I've been out. I've been out for a minute now, so I know what I can post and what I can't post. So, but it's crazy because you literally got people having sex on live on Facebook, but I post a meme and I get 30 days. That's some bullshit.
It's
See,
wild,
my
bro.
man does study his law library of social media, so he's on it. He's on it.
The community
But
standards are so fucked up with
it
Yeah,
is.
social media. There's so
It is.
much crazy shit that you can slide by. Like when porn started hitting Facebook, the porn ads, it was like, why you? I think you were in Facebook jail when the porn ads were hitting too, and I'm like, what's up?
Yeah,
This dude posts a meme and he gets like, but there's
yeah,
people are just sharing porn. It's like,
but
come
yeah.
on,
and that shit gets shared all day. There be mad comments, but a stupid ass meme get you banned.
Right,
makes no
The
sense.
craziest thing, or somebody getting their shit blown off at the gas station, getting reviewed and shared all day.
right. But
But
I
as soon as
post a
I say
meme.
I'm gonna punch your ass in the face, somebody getting blocked or banned. You know what I mean? It's the craziest thing.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I see what I can post and what I can't post. So it's like I got more fucked up memes than what I be posting, and I know I can't post it because I know I'm be in Facebook jail. So I'm trying to stay out of Facebook jail because we got music to promote.
We got shit
You know
we
what I'm saying?
doing.
Right.
Hey,
That's the
but
crux.
regardless, when he locked up though, I hold it down on our end, man. Like, I just go 2 times harder. Let's go.
Yeah, and I don't do the two Facebook page thing no more because it seemed like every time I get locked up in Facebook jail, they'll end up suspending the other page too because I don't know how. That shit is crazy. But hey, oh well. It
The
is what
AI
it is.
got the AI got hip to it. That's why. Ever
Hell
since they
yeah.
started AI watching everything, and it's crazy, bro. I put up a raffle. I didn't know you couldn't put the word raffle. I didn't know
Really?
that yo, you cannot. It's like gambling.
Oh,
It's like gambling, they say. So
Oh
you can't.
shit!
Yeah,
that's whack as
it's
fuck.
the same shit. That was at the last show. 2 shows ago, I was doing a raffle. I still can't get monetized through it because I've been restricted because of that one thing. It's still
Uh,
Oh,
now I have to jump through all these other hoops just to try to get their
maybe you
little
gotta say
$2
maybe
a
you gotta
month.
say donation. Try that.
Yeah, you got to say all kinds of different things. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 keywords that they'll hit and they'll flag you on when it
Or
comes to
oh,
stuff
that's
support
like
or,
whack.
that.
or support this.
Hmm. There's no you can't be like buy a raffle ticket. You can't be like, oh, even a giveaway. If you put the word giveaway, they don't like that too much either.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
it's very strange the way social
Yo,
media is starting to clamp down on our freedom.
yeah, social media done went from sugar to shit. Like,
The only platform that's still like the Wild West is Twitter, is X.
oh my god,
That
Yo,
shit is the
Twitter is
Twitter.
Wild
I
West.
see everything on Twitter.
wow. Yo,
Nothing gets banned on X.
it's
Dude.
over.
It's
It's over. Oh my god. Forget Pornhub. You can go right to the Twitter.
I know it's
It's
wild.
over.
Mhm.
If it was a better if it was better with a user friendly and all that, I'm sure it'd be a lot bigger than what it is, but it's not the greatest when it comes to like promoting music and trying to just that's really just a back and forth bullshit and app and to like get people triggered, really.
Yeah, it's a lot on Twitter, man. I'm like shit. I do so much of what I can. I'm like you get all non bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with you in your face all day. So
Yep.
that's why I stay on Instagram. Most of my promo will be on Instagram because I got a better handle on that. For
Mm.
at least on my end.
It's a more user-friendly app too.
Mm-hmm.
It's more geared
It's
towards artists, helping artists and all that, so
yeah. And I hardly be on Twitter anyway. You know what I'm saying? I dib and dab on there every once in a while. But it's like honestly, I'm not really too turned on by Twitter. Instagram and Facebook. Facebook the
hey,
most because that's where most followers is at. But
that's
yeah,
because Twitter's the Wild West, man. Back in the Wild West, you go out there, you get your ass shot off for no reason. You know what I'm saying? The same shit happens in Twitter. That shit is crazy. Like you just open it up, and sometimes it's like, damn, some of the shit you see, it's like, okay, I didn't want to see that right now, but that's cool. Elon said, "Fuck it." He's opening up the gates. He don't care.
Hell yeah.
Fellas, you have great projects that have come in the past. I know you guys are working really hard for what's coming up in the future, and
yes, sir.
we're looking forward to it. We really are. We're looking forward to
Thank
that
you,
shit.
man. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Tell
For
us a
sure.
little bit about your collaborative process, how you guys actually sit down and make the albums.
Well, a lot of people sit and write together. We don't as much because we got everyday life still going on. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much agree on what the topic gonna be, on what beat we're gonna go on, and then you know we both know how each other think as far as writing go. You know what I'm saying? So either I get done first or he'll get done first or we get done at the same time. And then we go over our bars together and we like, agree this is how it's gonna be. And then we go record. You know what I'm saying? Trying to balance music and being the family men that we are and work, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not a tough task, but everyday life still go on. So you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We can't sit and write all the time together. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool like that because our creative minds, we know where each other's gonna go, when we hear the beat, you know what I'm saying? And we decide on what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we do a lot of when it come down to us doing certain styles of joints, maybe a back and forth or whatever, we do a lot of voice text. But for the most part, I'm like, bro, I'm about to start it up. I'm about to start my verse like this, and maybe like 2 or 3 bars. Or he'll be like, yo, I'm thinking about the hook like this, and then we just go. We just, listen, I can tell you this: as much as I know my man for over 10 years, I've really never really sat with him to write a joint, but we actually sat down to like, let's go over this real quick before we waste our money recording. Because when we come down to recording, nah, we already prepared. That's why it don't take us so long to record. We already prepared. We already knew what we was doing. The session is booked. This is what we got going on. So we're not one of those ones that's like, yo, we about to come to the studio, we about to sit there and write. We ain't got time for that.
Right, right.
We ain't got time to be wasting money. We good. Like, yo, me and my brother talk 3 days before that session. Yo, you ready? This is what I got. We'll go over it, and vice versa. Once the agreement is set, session is booked. We about to get this done in within an hour or two. Me and Mike knock down like 2 or 3 joints at a time as best as possible, but we already prepared. See what
Right.
I'm saying? So we'll schedule
Yeah.
like, yo, we got these 2 or 3 joints to record within 2 or 3 weeks. We'll get it done. One session's knocking it all out.
Right.
And then
I get
once that's done, everything gets mixed and mastered. All right, let's bounce to the next 3 or
you.
next
Yeah.
2 to 3. You know what I mean? Depending on what it is. And then we still
Right.
do that with our own solos. Like I'll tap in with Mike to be like, hey man, I'm doing this solo joint. You may not be on it, whatever. What do you think about this? Or this is my idea I got. And then even if we're not in the same session together, when we'll listen to each other's shit and be like, okay, that was dope, or maybe change this and go from there.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
definitely good to have each other to play off of too. Like
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
we talked about it a million times on the show is the way technology has made it so easy to make music now. You can
Oh yeah.
set up your studio in your bedroom and make a whole album yourself if you really had the time to do it, but
Yep.
we all do our day jobs. We're all out here working 9 to 5. We all have families. We all have shit going on. And
Yeah.
I commend you guys for taking the time that you can to
Oh
actually do
yeah,
this.
definitely.
Hey,
Listen,
appreciate
I would
It's
I,
not
I would
easy.
love to sit down with my brother and write. You see what I'm saying? Like I would like to sit down with him, but I know he don't my brother don't write like me and I don't write like Mike. So we got a better chance of just coming together like, bro, what we got? This is the power of what we got. And
Right.
let's decipher it like that, which works for us. Now other people may be vice versa. But me and Mike got a groove. We already know what time it is. Let's go.
Yeah, and plus I'm not the in studio writer. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might be feeling it, sometimes I'm not. And if I'm not feeling it, I'm not writing nothing because I'm not about to write no bullshit down, force the
Yeah.
pen. You know what I'm saying? Like me, usually I take my time writing. You know what I mean? And whoever it is, like if they need a feature from us, we'll ask them, when you need this done. Um, when you looking to record, or when you want us to send our vocals over, and I get it done.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
trying to no, we both be working. I work my ass off. You know what I'm saying? Like I work all day, every day, and then come home with family. You know what I'm saying? And then I write. You know what I'm saying? I gotta find time to write no more because I don't even have time as much time as to write how I used to. So I gotta find time to write, and what I do, that's when I knock most of my joints out, or even like a verse or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because things change all the time.
Hmm.
That's the thing too. The way things change all the time, the way life is changing and constantly moving so fast, trying to keep
Right,
up and stay relevant, and it's wild,
right,
man. Like I said, I
right.
commend you guys. I commend you guys. You work hard.
Thank you,
We're
man.
gonna move on to our little segment we call "What's Your Issue?" Mike, you already
Mhm.
know you did this last time. What's your issue, Alvarez? What's your issue? Can be a pet peeve that just irks the shit out of you, or it could be
Mm.
a world issue that you want to stand on. This is your time, Alvarez. What's your issue?
My issue is my issue is bum local ass rappers who still think they had a spark even though they ain't have shit to do with the culture for a long time. Meaning, yeah, you had a joint or two that was popping back in the day. But today you on social media make acting like motherfuckers are supposed to be praising you for who you was and who your name is. When today you haven't really done shit. And if you done some shit that may look like you're doing some shit, you don't pay for that shit. So it's not authentic.
Hmm.
You're not on your day-to-day grind. I get tired of seeing MCs or people supposedly of the culture acting like nobody can't eat but you because I'm the name. Your name don't fucking pass. You know what I'm saying? Like in today's culture, you ain't doing nothing but living off your name from 20 years ago. That shit done passed. You know what I'm
We see
saying?
it. We do
Take your
see that out there.
take your vitamins, drink some water, and relax. Go to work, brother. Your shit is over. That's
We
my pet peeve.
one thing I want to attach something to that.
Basically,
One
I'm
thing
tired
I've
of
noticed.
old school niggas thinking they the shit when they ain't doing shit today from our local scene.
It
I'm
doesn't
out.
happen just in your local scene, man. It happens all over because you have those dudes that are out there in your DMs asking for you to buy a verse. And they're like, "Oh, I did this 28 years ago. I was on this record, that record, and this record. Pay me $1,000 for a verse." I'm like, I don't even rap.
Nah.
I don't even rap, bro. I don't make records. I'm not paying you shit. I'm sorry. I'm like, what are you talking about? But then I'll hit them with, but I'll put you on my podcast, and they'll be like, all right, 500. I'm like, 500 for what? For the podcast appearance. I'm like, but you're not understanding what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not
Hmm.
paying. Like some people do hold that nostalgia of their name from 30 years ago. You're right.
Yeah. Or producers who be like, yo, you worked with me 10, 15 years ago, but still want to get shouted out on podcasts or radio who ain't doing shit today. Like, bro, we ain't working
It's
years. Why you
wild,
mad
man.
at me?
It's wild. That's that pick me attitude. That what have you done for me lately attitude. It's a crazy, crazy shit. Barbaric, what's your
Those
issue,
my only
bro?
pet peeves on my end.
Yeah. Uh, let's see. The emo rap motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
The motherfuckers that be complaining all the time and shit like that. Um, Motherfuckers that complain about they don't get their music shared. They share each other, they share everybody else's shit, but they don't nobody else share theirs. You know what I'm saying? That shit get a fucking annoying. I mean, that shit happens to everybody at some
Mm,
point. You know what I mean? And you gotta realize that everybody ain't gonna share your shit. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, I mean, for real, I'm being dead ass serious
you are right.
because
Yeah, for real.
I don't get upset when people don't share our shit. Now I mean, it is what it is. Now I mean, it's a choice. Now I mean, I don't share everybody's shit, and plus, if I don't like it, I'm not sharing it. You
There
know what
you
I'm
go.
saying? I could fuck with you and not like that song. I'm not about to be fake to you and share some shit I don't like. And I expect
Mm,
everybody to do the same shit for us too. If you
That
don't
is
fuck
correct.
with it,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ain't got yeah. If you don't fuck with it, you ain't got to share it. It is what it is. Now I'm saying I don't feel bad about it. I don't get pissed off about it. Me and my brother gonna keep our shit moving. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah,
gonna keep doing our shit to the best of our ability. And we feel like we out here smashing shit. So that's not gonna take away for how we feel about what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a lot of motherfuckers that you see that just be emo for no fucking reason. I mean, nobody don't care to see that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's like whatever. It's like, yeah, this motherfucker about to hang himself next week because nobody's sharing the shit. Like, it's a lot of motherfuckers that be doing that shit. We move with the motherfuckers we move with, and they fuck with us, we fuck with them, we keep it moving. It is
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah,
There are
definitely.
there are a lot of crybabies out there. A lot of
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
crybabies
can't.
out there.
Yeah, you can't worry about that shit. You gotta keep pushing your own shit and keep it moving. Know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I
Like
realized? A lot of the motherfuckers ain't satisfied with themselves, man. You
that
They
see
too.
what I'm
really,
saying? Like
for real, yeah.
they ain't satisfied with themselves. They ain't satisfied for what the bullshit that they don't put out. So they expect a lot, but they the ones that post all day. Like, bro,
Yeah.
take your go to work, son. Really put some thought in your bullshit raps. Matter of fact,
Inter
leave it alone. Leave it alone. How about that?
internally, they're like screaming internally, and say
Fucking
it happen, but it happens to
fucking
all of us too,
damage.
though. It happens to a lot of us. It happens to almost all of us. We all
Oh yeah,
question ourselves. We all doubt ourselves. We all
of
think
course.
that we should be somewhere higher level than where we are now.
Yep.
That's just everybody. That's human nature. That's everything. That's not just in music and art. That's in life and your job. Like everybody wants to strive to be in another place than what they are.
Of
But
course.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you said, go to work. Get up, go to work. No matter what. If you're making music, you're working
Yeah.
your 9 to 5, get up, go to
Say,
work.
a long time ago, I used to tell Mike all the time, and even sometimes it may come up periodically. I'm like, damn, X, Y, Z, or whatever's happening. Like, yo, why are shit getting overshadowed sometimes by bullshit?
Mm,
But then I have to snap back and think, like, yo, we created our own lane, so let's advance in our own lane. Let's make this gravel road turn into a gold road because
mm,
those are the people that support us. That's the lane we've been doing. We ain't never sacrifice our integrity or what we do for anybody. So when we look
Right.
out the outside world, outside of our road, no motherfuckers is trying to do everything and anything just to get that attention. Me and my brother, we don't do all that. We
mm.
doing what we doing.
Right.
And because we stay in our own lane and we have our own goal and we know our mission amongst each other, we cutting through the clouds, we cutting through the smoke, we cutting through the ones that's crying. You know what I'm saying? which is a better satisfaction for us because
Hell
we know what we're doing. And everybody that's on the outside complaining and not doing anything, they getting left in the dust.
yeah. And you're doing it your
Right.
way, so that's something you can be proud of too. You know,
So
you
Hell
so
yeah.
when we sit down, we laughing at motherfuckers like, damn, you still complaining?
right, right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
And
still
yeah,
you still being emo? You about to off yourself because nobody shared your SoundCloud likes that got 10 views?
right.
Bro, keep
Just don't,
working.
people get mad, man. We live in a very sensitive society, very sensitive society. We see it
And
every
we
Man,
day.
ain't grow up in a sensitive society, so that's why I ain't got
Exactly,
no remorse or care for these
exactly.
motherfuckers.
We grew up sleeping on nails, bro, and now they're sleeping on feathers. You know what I'm saying? So it is. It's a real. It's hard to navigate this life the way that some of us were raised. It really is because we do our best. It's not that we intentionally are. We're assholes straight up. You know, I'm the first person to tell somebody I'm an asshole. I'm not trying to be a mean asshole though. Like that's not me.
Got
I'm just
asshole
being
tendencies too,
narrow.
so I'm a good
Yeah,
asshole though in my own spirit.
exactly, exactly. Like I'm an asshole with a good. Well, I have good intentions in my being an asshole, but
My
it's
wife may
not
say
that way
different, but I
now.
know who I am. Fuck it.
Exactly, exactly. If you know who you are, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
You
word
know.
up. So
So
well,
we're gonna
that
be.
goes without saying for me.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be wrapping it up here in a couple minutes. I want you guys to shamelessly self-promote. Tell us where you can find you, where we can find your music, what you got coming up. Let us know.
Um, you can find me at Barbaric84 on Instagram and Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. Facebook, look for Barbaric Bike. You know what I'm saying? If you look friendly, I might friend you. If you look suspect, I'm gonna block you.
if you got your
um,
motherfucking shirt off as a dude, don't even send a request because that's
Right.
bogus.
yeah.
Fuck wrong with
um,
you, homie?
as far as music go, we're on SoundCloud. Know what I'm saying? Spotify. Actually, where all our music is available on all streaming platforms. So look up Grenade Rap Records or Barbaric and Alvarez Masterminded. Know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And that's pretty much everywhere as far as all the streaming or even on Bandcamp. You look this up on Bandcamp too. You can look up Barbaric Five Mouth Jedi on Bandcamp. I got my own joint, and we got Grenade Rap Records on Bandcamp. Then you got Alvarez Mastermind on Bandcamp. Also, we about to plug in Diego Dollars. He's the third man in Grenade Rap. Um, Look him up. He's dope with the videos. He shoot all our videos. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? On YouTube, you can look up Grenade Rap Records. We're everywhere under Grenade Rap Records.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So besides that though, upcoming for me on my end, I'm about to drop phenomenal cinematic EP. I'm working on my Everyday Working Man 2. Same time split with Phenomenal Rank Supreme. So I got a lot of music that's been recorded that I'm now piecing together. Somewhere down the line, you're gonna get Grenade Rap 3. Right now, Grenade Rap 2 is out, so everybody go stream that, download it, purchase it. For the show, we'll be having hard copies and some merch, God willing. You know
Dope,
what I
dope.
mean? So we'll be having that with the show. Um, our brother's working on Shao Kahn of this rap ish. He got a special ghost project that I think is gonna be a beautiful project that he working on. Um, we gonna keep working. We do a lot of stuff regardless. We've been on plenty of features right now. That's working for compilations from different artists. Shout out M. Diego gets on the P. My brother
Yeah.
Diego Dallas. Um, so just you'll be seeing our name whether together or separate. Regardless, it's a win for the whole Grenade Rap BnA family. We're gonna keep doing more stuff with the hip hop happy hour. You know what I mean? So
Hell yeah.
you know what I mean? So, hey, at least right now, this is what we got going. But you'll be hearing more, and everybody come out to the show. You'll see
Hell yeah.
why we call Grenade Rap.
Bringing y'all out May the 4th, the Rise of an Empire. It's
Four,
gonna be a
let's
dope
go.
show. It's gonna be a dope
Let's
show.
go.
We got the
Also,
Foul Mouth Jedi on the May 4th. What's up with that? You know, it worked out well. I'm looking
Yo,
forward.
yeah,
To that.
that's
yo,
just
I didn't even
son.
think about that. That's dope.
Yeah, hell yeah,
May the
that's just
fourth be
dope.
with you, son.
Yo, man, I might come up there with my Sith Lord robe or some shit like that.
Bring
On
some
some
shit, man. Bring
Skywalker
some
shit.
shit. But
You know
Yo,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
we're looking forward to having y'all, man. We're looking forward to having y'all. It's
thank
gonna be
you,
a
man.
dope show.
Thank you.
Yo, before we out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, Katona P, M. Diego, Diego Dallas, King Arthur and Zagnif Nori, 5-8 Fever and Nostalgic Noise. You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying,
shout
yo,
out. I'm gonna shout out Chris G, Tony Rochester. They would definitely support us. Or our brother Cello. You know what I
yes,
mean?
sir.
So shout
Fellas,
out
it's
to you,
been
Brad, for having us. Cause you dope
Word.
in your own. You know what I mean? So, and you got to
appreciate
get
y'all.
your
I
own praise,
appreciate
even though
y'all.
you hosting.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been a great show. We're looking forward to having y'all out in May. It's gonna be
Thank you,
dope.
man. We gonna be ready, yo. Y'all be ready for us, man. We coming.
Oh yeah, we always ready. We're always ready.
Yes,
All
sir.
all month of April, every Thursday in April, we're gonna have the artists on leading up to the show in May. So we're definitely gonna have you guys back on again. We'll
Dope.
have a bigger panel, 4 or 5 of y'all at the same time.
Oh, okay,
Chop it
cool,
up.
Dope.
cool,
You know
cool.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be some good shit. Everybody stay tuned in. And yeah, stay, go follow Barrett, go follow Alvarez, BnA, Grenade Rap. Y'all know what it is.
Yo,
Don't be blocking
hey,
him because he shares some memes either. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
and if y'all wanna work, serious inquiries only, hit us directly.
Hell yeah.
Let us know what you're looking for. Let us know what your price is. Let us know your time frame. We got you.
Y'all heard the
Word
man.
up.
Tap in and we out. Peace.
Yeah, salute.